pretty often. But I have often said, I want to see if you agree with me on this because I haven't heard your stuff on open theism yet. I have often said that I think that the open theists are making basically the same mistakes as our deterministic friends are. And by concluding, now they're both going in different directions, but they both conclude that if God foreknows a choice, then it must be determined, and therefore the open theist says, well, God doesn't foreknow our choices then, and
Definitely
the determinists say, well, he determines our choices and we just got to deal with it.
So I've seen Leighton make this mistake numerous times. He believes that Calvinism is saying that God's foreknowledge is an effectual cause, and that is not what the confessions say. Read Westminster Confession, chapter 3. It makes this very clear. The causal element, the determinate element, is God's decree. His foreknowledge is a direct after effect of his decree. But his decree is the determinate element, not the foreknowledge. Again, read Westminster Confession, chapter 3. The most important passage here, I think, is in Psalm 33, which is embellishing on Genesis 1. Verse number 6, by the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth. So God's words are causal. Verse 7, he gathereth the waters of the sea together as an heap. He layeth up the depth in storehouses. Let all the earth fear the Lord. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. For he spake, and it was done. He commanded, and it stood fast. And here comes the explicit language of the decree. The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught, the decrees of the heathen. Brings them to nothing. He makes the devices of the people of none effect. Clearly effectual language. Verse 11, the counsel of Jehovah standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations. So we see the decree of God and the foreknowledge of God are related, but the decree comes first. The decree of God is the effective determinate element, not his foreknowledge. I guess you say foreknowledge would be a formal cause, but the decree is the effectual cause. And how do we know it's effectual? I mean, Genesis chapter 1, let there be light, and there was light. God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. He just spoke, and it was effectually made. It is the decree that is the causal element. And this is the most important thing that I think these men just do not understand. Is they think that Calvinism is saying that foreknowledge is causal. Foreknowledge is a direct effect of the decree. The decree is the causal element. If, again, Ephesians 1, 9 and 11, he hath made known unto us the mystery of his will according to his good pleasure, which he hath purposed in himself. He works all things after the counsel of his own will. And then Acts 2:23, speaking of the Messiah, that he was delivered by the determinate counsel and foreknowledge of God. So you notice how the determinate counsel comes first. And then the foreknowledge is a direct after effect. There's an overlap, but it's not the same thing. They are distinct. One is an effect of the other. So, and you can also read, again, Proverbs 19:29, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. What is very clearly the teaching of Scripture and the confession? The decree is the causal element, not the foreknowledge. This is Southern Israelite signing off. Go to my platform website, southernprotestant.com. Hit that donation link in the description. Become a patron if you find this work to be valuable. And I pray that you would share this video and like, subscribe, share it. Tell others what is going on this channel. This is the final death blow of Pelagianism on this channel. I believe there is no one else who is doing more exhaustive work on this issue than myself. Peace.